This is the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro. I chose this little guy to do some wireless video transmitting and live streaming, and it kind of surprised me on how it performed. The system is a lot more affordable than something like the Teradek Bolt, but performs on a competitive level with it. It also is not the newest wireless video system out there. DJI just released a video transmitter that gets crazy range, but again, Hollyland is a lot more affordable, and you know I'm all about affordability. In this video, we'll get into how to set up a wireless video system for broadcast using the Hollyland 400S Pro, why I chose the Mars 400S Pro, and some of the features about this wireless video system that made me buy it even before I tried it. Now, when most people buy a system like this, the first thing they want to do is take it on set so they can put it in Video Village, and while I'm definitely going to do that, that wasn't my main reason to do this. You could use it potentially to stream to YouTube, and if you want to see a video where I explain how to do that, make sure to comment on this video and subscribe to this channel because I'm planning a video just like that where you can control your computer, send video, and receive audio all wirelessly while you stream to YouTube. You may be wondering why I'm out here with this ridiculous setup. Well, I'm gonna test the distance, and while this is extremely impractical, it's gonna work. So we're gonna take this wacky setup, and I'm just gonna kind of pace out steps to measure the distance away from this rig here. So let's go. About 100 feet away right here, and I'm at the end of this huge truck. That is unfortunate that's in the way, because now you're not gonna be able to see me over there and get a sense for how far away we actually are. So I'm gonna continue walking. And I can kind of see the camera way down there. This is about 200 feet. We should still be having clear signal. Just keep going. 2, 3, 4. This is 300 feet. Right here, we're still supposed to be able to get a Wi-Fi signal, which I don't think we've talked about yet in this video, but I'll connect this to my phone later and we'll show you how to get a Wi-Fi signal. And this right here should be about the brink of where we get signal coming in. And I don't know if we're getting signal at the TV, but I'm gonna take this just a little bit further, pushing the limits of line of sight, see if we've got signal. If I hold it up high, then maybe, I don't know, we'll see.
Hey, YouTube, how y'all doing?
Getting this film project finished up. Got a couple dates coming up.
Subscribe, like, hit the bell, what is it? Hit the bell icon. All that.
You know what to do.
All right, man. All right. I'll just let her know you want to send it. All right.
Another cool feature is that this emits a Wi-Fi signal, and paired with the Hollyland app, you can get the video on a mobile device like an iPhone or iPad. Honestly, the app has mixed reviews, and I don't know what I think of it because I really haven't used it on a film set yet, but let's test it out. This transmitter will transmit to multiple receivers, and you can mix and match Wi-Fi devices with physical receivers on your system. The specs say that you're supposed to get about a 0.08 seconds of delay, so that should be about 2 frames of lag, whether you're in 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. 2 frames of lag is not that bad. You can easily focus pull or even live stream with 2 frames of lag without really noticing a difference. You might see a little bit of mismatching on the audio with the lips, but that's easily fixed in post, even when you are live streaming. Some of the other features are that it has a bright LCD display, comes with a power supply that I would generally put on the receiver. It down converts to 4K from the HDMI signal or the SDI signal, and you can record to your camera in 4K while transmitting in 1080p. And the battery life is just incredible. One NPF 970 battery lasts me all day. One downside is that the LCD does not display battery life. It doesn't have a battery signal on it at all. I didn't let my battery get down enough to even see what it does if the light blinks or anything. But it doesn't have a battery display on the LCD, which I thought was kind of weird. One thing to keep in mind is that I tend to buy things based on the projects that I have coming up, and in this case, I was gonna be using my C70 and the Moza Air 2 gimbal. So I was really concerned about the size in this case. This being so small, it fits on the camera and the gimbal without really causing an issue, which is one of the big reasons I chose this over the non-pro version. But the build quality on this thing is still outstanding. It's made of metal, it feels like it's gonna last, feels very professional. There were some live streaming challenges with this. The way we were doing our live production is by having an announcer on stage talking to a crowd, similar to a lecture or something, or like a church service. But this was at a fishing event where boats were going to be about 200 feet away from the stage, but we wanted to show those boats coming in. We also had to be 100 to 400 feet away from the switcher at all times, so wiring in a camera was a little bit out of the question. We were also broadcasting the camera feed to a large LED screen for the audience to see, doing on-site audio, and the last challenge was that we had to convert all the HDMI outputs to SDI signals for the switcher. The Hollyland 400S Pro really shined in this environment. The 2-frame delay was easily recovered by delaying the audio output just a bit, and the HDMI conversion was really easy because the 400S Pro has an SDI output that works, even though the transmitter had an HDMI signal going into it. Here's a breakdown of the entire setup. The main rig that we've been talking about today is camera 1. Camera 2 was a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera with a Mars 400S non-pro version. Both cameras were wirelessly going into the video switcher. We also ran 2 graphics computers, one of which was used to live stream to StreamYard. For audio, we were using a Behringer X32 Air with 2 wireless handheld microphones, an iPad to run music, and everything was housed into this makeshift trailer because the weather was killer. It started out super windy and transitioned to being extremely sunny and hot. We were planning on using tents, but the trailer seemed like a much better idea. We did have a dropped signal at one point when we were about 300 feet away from the trailer, but that was because the antennas were inside of the trailer and we lost line of sight. To fix that, we just put the receiver on a light stand outside of the trailer and ran it up into the air so that we'd have line of sight at all times, and it worked without any issues after that. Perfect. And let's be honest, price plays a huge role in why we buy certain things. The Hollyland system has a great reputation as a video transmitting system, a mixed reaction for the Wi-Fi functionality, and comes with a very competitive price point at $649 US. If you don't need the small form factor, you can save about $200 by going with the Mars 400 non-pro version, and you don't really lose that many features when you buy that. If you're looking at integrating this into something like an existing studio environment, I'd suggest renting one before you buy it so you can see how it does in your space before you're fully committed. Check the links in the description to lensrentals.com, my go-to for gear rental equipment. I bought this system on Amazon.com, and if you're ready to buy the system, then I've left a link for that too in the description. This video is not sponsored, but the links in the description are affiliate links, and you'll help out this channel by buying or renting from those. If you guys are interested in seeing a comparison of the Hollyland Mars 400S versus the 400S Pro, comment below and do me a favor and click that subscribe button if you've watched this video all the way to the end, or at least give it a like. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.